let's just wait for everybody to join me. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you for tuning in. I'm excited and hi! Hello, Taylor. Everybody's trickling in. Hi! You guys, I'm like really nervous for some reason. I don't know, maybe I've just had a weird day. Maybe I'm just being like having a weird emotional thing. Hey! Thank you guys for joining me. Hi! Today I'm going to be talking, well, I guess tonight it's 7 o'clock here. But I'm going to give you guys 6 reasons why you should open an Etsy shop, basically. This is for, hey, you can catch the replay. It'll be on there. No big deal. So these is basically just going to be 6 reasons why I enjoy being an Etsy seller, things that I've benefited from being an Etsy seller that wouldn't have happened if I wasn't an Etsy seller. And hi, everybody. Also, all this will be on my blog. I've already written up the blog post before I did the live. Maybe I'll be a little bit more prepared for the live that way. And I might post this to YouTube if I don't say anything too ridiculous, which I guess I could probably edit it out if I needed to. So I don't embarrass myself forever instead of just for 24 hours. So, and yes, if other people are going live tonight, this will be on the replay, so you can catch it later. That's totally fine. Okay, so let's jump into it. We'll start, I just have the 6 things, and then if you guys have any questions at the end, I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. And here we go. Number 1. The first reason you should open an Etsy shop, or why I enjoy having an Etsy shop, is opening an Etsy shop is totally free. Like, it doesn't cost you anything to start one. There's no sign-up fees, no like membership fees that you have to pay. There's new optional ones, but you don't have to pay any type of sign-up opening package type deal. You could, after you finish listening to this live, you could go sign up for an Etsy account and start setting your shop up, and it won't cost you a dime until you start listing products. Now, when you list your products, you have to pay the 20-cent listing fee, and that's the same no matter how much your item is, whether you're selling a $5 pattern or a $25 beanie, it's still a 20-cent listing fee on all of your listings, and you have to pay those when you list them, not necessarily when they sell. So that's the first thing that you have to pay for as an Etsy shop owner. But if you get invited by another Etsy shop owner like me, and they send you a sign-up link, and you go through that link to start your shop, then you get 40 free listings right up from the very beginning, and the person who sends you the link gets 40 free listings too. So that's a good way to help you get started. So then you can list 40 things and still don't have to pay a single dime until later. Thank you. Gabe made this back my storage wall. Gabe made it for me last year. That's number 1. Opening Etsy shop doesn't cost you anything up front until you start listing stuff, and then that can be free too if you get invited from another Etsy seller. And I will have a link in my blog post to send you an invitation to get the 40 free listings. But if you have a BFF that's an Etsy seller, ask them to send you the link because they're going to get 40 free listings as well. Number 2, Etsy is very user-friendly. Like, running an Etsy shop is pretty user-friendly. You don't have to know coding. You don't have to know HTML. You don't have to know, like, when you get into coding, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it looks like the font that they use is like a dinosaur font, and it's just like old. It's very complicated until you learn like what you're looking for. But as an Etsy seller, you don't have to fool with any of that. I know I fool with some of that for my blog. Like if I want to go in and add like a button or something. Same thing with my newsletter in MailChimp. I still have to do a little bit of coding. Very, very minimal. But with Etsy, you don't have to do that at all. It's a lot of just like fill in the blanks. So they'll tell you how wide is your product, how tall is your product, and you just fill it in. I mean, it's pretty basic. And then there'll be some drop down menus like it's an accessory, it's a home decor, it's a pillow, like, and then a bunch of drop downs that you can go through. So it's pretty user friendly. Now sometimes you might get a little confused or turned around and forget where something small was. Like I always forget how to rearrange my items like manually. I always forget where that is, and I had to make myself a little note so I can remember. And I'm actually going to do a blog post about little tricky Etsy things like how to rearrange your listings by hand instead of them just going automatically the way in order that you posted them. But Etsy's pretty user friendly. You don't have to be techie at all, other than just basic know how to work a computer. If you guys have had any issues that were different than that, if you think Etsy is super complicated, let me know. I'd love to know if you've had a different experience. Number 3, and I think this is a big one, Etsy is well established. Like, people know what Etsy.com is if they like to buy handmade things. Like, every now and then you'll get somebody that'd be like, what's Etsy or something. Or, I don't know, it's funny to me when they don't know. It's like, how can you not know? But we do this every day. Like, we talk to people every day, so it's just different community things, which always gives me a giggle. But people who are in your target audience, people who buy handmade things, or who like to buy handmade things, know what Etsy is already. So they're already shopping there. They're already looking for what you're selling on Etsy every single day. Hi. Hey. I'm going to check my notes because that one was a pretty big one. And the fact that people already know that Etsy.com is where you can buy handmade things, so that's sending traffic to your shop. If you have your listing set up the way, to where you can be searchable and just optimized, like with your keywords and your listing description and your listing title, and there's a whole lot that you can learn. But if you have it set up properly, then Etsy will direct traffic to you just by people searching for what you're selling, and you don't have to do that very much if you're set up properly. And getting set up properly takes a lot of research. I know I've done a lot of YouTube watching. I listen to a lot of Merriweather Council podcasts, stuff like that. But once you get it going, because Etsy's so well established and people know Etsy.com is where they can buy handmade things, it can work really well for you. And Merriweather Council always says that Etsy's just a tool. It's another tool in your toolbox. And it's a good tool because people know what Etsy.com is. Number 4, and we are just blowing right through these. We're going to have tons of time for questions. And I'll scroll back through and look at these too. But for number 4, Etsy shoppers have a sense of security when they shop on Etsy because they know that if a seller doesn't send them their item or doesn't take care of them if they didn't like their item or anything like that, that they can report it to Etsy. There is a well-established person, Etsy overlord, that they can report it to, and then they can feel taken care of. Like, Etsy will take care of it and talk to the shop owner and talk to the customer, and they'll handle all of that for you. If you were to shop on a personal e-commerce site, or I don't even know how other, Amazon or something would do it, but they probably don't have anybody holding them accountable. So your customers might feel, unless they know you really well, like for us in the crochet community, if we have a maker that we know that sells their patterns or something in their own shops, like, we know them, we know that they're legit and they're not going to not send us our stuff. But somebody might not know that if they don't know you very well and they just happen to find you on Pinterest or something. I don't know. I feel like they have a sense of security when they shop on Etsy because they know Etsy's got their back. Hi. And I know that I like that too as a customer. When I like shopping on Etsy when I buy things, especially things like that I need for my business and I might be buying in large quantities, I know that I'm going to be protected as a buyer. Number 5, and this is an exciting one for me because I've personally benefited from number 5, and that is Etsy has an affiliate program. And you might not think that applies to you, like you're not an influencer, you're not a blogger, you have nothing to do with affiliate programs. And I get that, but you, on the flip side of that, influencers and bloggers can find your stuff through your Etsy shop because they know Etsy. They know that Etsy is well established and they're in Etsy's affiliate programs, so they're going to get paid. So say someone posts a picture of your thing on their Facebook, and then other people click on their link, their affiliate link, and go to your page and buy your thing. Both of you are going to get paid. You're getting paid by the customer. They're getting paid by Etsy. Like, Etsy will pay them to do that. It doesn't affect your sales or your customers' money, nothing at all. It's totally an Etsy thing. Amazon has affiliate programs, Hobby Lobby. I mean, everybody everybody has affiliate programs. And so the fact that Etsy has an affiliate program would make you guys, or Etsy shop owners in general, appealing to bloggers and influencers and stuff. And that happened to me last December. A big Facebook page called the Good House or something like that made a slideshow of all of my Claire Bun beanies, like 10 of them, not all of them, posted it to their Facebook page with a affiliate link, and my shop blew up. It had 2.5 million views on it, and there's a screenshot that I'm going to have on the blog for you guys so you guys can see that. But my shop that's when I had to start getting helpers to help me make all my beanies. And I didn't do anything besides have a nicely set up listing. My listing was set up nice, and my pictures were good. The main one is my blonde model that's wearing the linen beanie. I'm sure you guys have seen her. She's a showstopper. That is a selfie that she took and sent me, and it looks like it came right out of a magazine. Like she did that all on her own. My hands are going crazy. But that just because I have an Etsy shop and I had appealing listings, like I think if I was an Etsy affiliate, I would go through like Etsy's best sellers and stuff, and I would post links to that stuff on my social media platforms, and then everybody involved would make money. And it's a really good thing to know. That's another venue that like Etsy helps you out as a seller just by having the affiliate program. If anything's ever happened like that to you, let me know. I'm Crochet Ninja. I'm a little Instagram live ninja. And last, number 6. Oh yeah, this one's good. This one's good for those of you who are like, maybe your craft is your hobby, like you crochet as a hobby and you sell to your friends and family through Facebook. This one's for you, because this is where I was. It's just easier. Having an Etsy shop is easier than trying to do it all by hand on your own through Facebook or PayPal, and having multiple Excel spreadsheets so you can know who ordered what and when, and have they paid me or not yet. That's another thing. It was super awkward for me to be like, yeah, I can totally make that for you. It'd be $25, and I need the payment right now before I can start. Like, it was so uncomfortable and awkward, even with my close friends, for me to be like, because especially with your close friends, because they're your friends, and you think, oh, they'll pay me, they'll pay me, and then sometimes they don't. So with Etsy, they can't check out unless they pay first. And you don't have to ask for it, because that's just they have to do it, or they can't check out, they can't order. Makes it much more simple. Etsy organizes your orders based on when they were ordered. So you can see like who's next and what you need to do in order. I struggled with that before I opened my Etsy shop, trying to remember who ordered what, when, and trying to keep up with the payments was ridiculous. Also, like how much money you're making is kind of hard to keep up with when you're getting paid cash, checks, and PayPal, and everything's all over the place. You can't really know, like, people are going to be like, oh, how much money do you make doing that? And you're like, plenty, because I'm having a really good time. But still, you want to know, like, for your family and for your finances, to make sure you're making more than you're spending. And it's just easier to keep up with it on Etsy, because Etsy does it for you. And at tax season, you can just download the whole thing and then send it to your tax guy, or do it yourself. If I have tax guy, because my mom has this tax guy and he's awesome. Shout out to you, Steve. If you're watching my Instagram, you're the best tax guy. He doesn't watch my Instagram. But it's just, I don't know, it was so much easier for me once I switched. Like, I literally had people mailing me paper checks in the mail. So I had to wait like 3 to 5 days for their check to even get there before I could even start working on their thing, because it was a mess. It was easier for me just to start an Etsy shop and keep it organized. And then also you look more professional if you're like, absolutely. If you go to www.etsy.com/acraftyconcept or whatever, I don't know, people just feel confident knowing that they're buying something. Maybe they'll like their product more because they think it's more official because it came from Etsy. I don't know. You don't know either. I mean, it could just be anything, and it's just easier. At least it was for me anyway. If you guys have, it is exhausting. If you guys have had like the opposite of any of these experiences, let me know, because I'm interested to learn. And I would love to like spread that info too, because I don't want it to be like just Ashley ideas. Like, I want to know everybody's ideas. Okay, that is my 6 things. It will be on the blog post, probably tomorrow, maybe tonight, but probably tomorrow. And it's a little bit more in detail in my blog post, because I'm not so scatterbrained and I have time to actually think about what I want to say and how I want to say it. So you might want to give that another read too, especially since that was super fast. Like, how many minutes has it even been? 15 minutes. Pretty quick. Okay, I'm going to scroll back through these and try to get some questions. Whoa, okay. Lots of hellos. You guys are awesome. Lots of, like, been on the fence to try Etsy. I was on the fence for 4 years. I'm not even kidding. It took me 4 years to finally take the plunge and open an Etsy shop. I tried to start off with, he did make a picnic table. I'll try to post a picture after this. I tried to start off with my own website, I think it was just Shopify, I don't even know. I got a website guy, and I paid him a whole lot of money, which it felt like a whole lot of money at the time. It was 2012, I was 22 years old, and just graduated college. And I did this, and I didn't know how to navigate it at all. It was horrible. I never even, launched it. I didn't feel bad about losing the money, though, because, I can't learn unless something makes me learn, if that makes sense. But Etsy was so much easier for me than trying to do it myself. Now that I know a little bit more, if I went to open my own e-commerce site, I could probably maneuver it a little better now than I did in 2012, because it was insane for me, and everybody's different. What do you think of the fee increases? I'm not even going to touch that. Not even going to go there. I will tell you, I'm not happy that my community is getting so separated. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart that we are just split, and people are all it makes me sad. I don't like it. I'm ready for it to be over. Taylor, you're cute. I'm glad I'm not the only one that talks with my hands. I'm considering opening an Etsy shop, and it will only be me taking care of it, plus making the stuff. Absolutely. When you first start, it depends on also, if you have an awesome following in your social media and you're selling stuff right and left anyway, it's going to help you be more organized more than anything else. And you will, if your listings are set up properly, you will start getting more sales other than just what you bring in through your social media and stuff. But you do have to make, if you just make your title Messy Bun Beanie and that's it, or even Claire Bun Beanie, awfully specific, nobody who wants a Messy Bun Beanie is going to search Claire Bun Beanie unless they know who I am, and that's not very many. All of you guys that follow me here on Instagram are mostly people who make Claire Bun Beanies, not buy Claire Bun Beanies. So you gotta be sure on, Ava just snuck in here. You gotta be sure on your wording, your titles. Come here. I will. I'm almost done. I'm just answering questions from my friends.
Are you?
Yep. I'm doing it right now. You see? Can you go see if Daddy wants to take a walk and go look at the alpacas?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea. Sorry. And she bumps my table. Okay. Mom life. Go see if he wants to see the alpacas. So opening an Etsy shop and it will only be me. Yeah, absolutely. And it might actually be easier. If you've already been getting a lot of traffic yourself and you've been trying to keep up with the orders yourself and everything, putting it on Etsy might actually just make it easier for you like it did me. But you can absolutely do it yourself. I am glad you are finding this helpful. Hello from Canada. Yeah, if you do PayPal, people don't want to pay up front. And you can do PayPal. You can send invoices or request money, and you can keep it a little bit more organized that way. And I'm thinking about doing a blog post on that one day, because that's what I did. I used PayPal at the beginning until I decided to make the change onto Etsy. But it's just, maybe it's just my personality, it made me feel very uncomfortable to be like, can you please give me the money up front before I make your thing? And this just avoided that. Even if I tried to be super professional, it's yeah, absolutely. I'll just send you a PayPal invoice, and as soon as you pay that, I'll go ahead and get started, and just try to ease it in there that you need to pay me up front. Etsy was so much easier. So I could just say, yeah, everything's, and that's something else that I did. When I opened my Etsy shop, I sent all of my traffic to my Etsy shop because I was trying to build up my stats and stuff, and I didn't have another e-commerce. If I had my own e-commerce site, I would have sent them to there and let Etsy work for itself, basically. But where all I had was the Etsy, and I was actually selling my stuffies at the time. I don't have any of those in here. I'd show you. I would just direct all of my traffic to my Etsy shop. So if someone said, hey, can you make, and I was also making everything under the sun. Like anything somebody asked me to crochet, I would make it. Like I would figure it out and I would make it. But then I just started making a whole bunch of custom listings. I'd say, yeah, well, first I just made them like I was making a regular listing, but you can do a private listing through Etsy, so like the whole world can't see it, only you and your customer, which I'll do a blog post about that eventually too, because that was a game changer for me. But I think driving all of my sales to my Etsy shop was a good move because it helped me start building up credibility, one, because I had more sales since Etsy tells the world how many sales that you have, and two, my friends and family that were buying from me had the option to leave a review, and you know they're going to leave you good reviews because they love you and they love their products. So that's another quick little tip. Like if you do open an Etsy shop, start driving your traffic there so you can stay organized. Again, that's a really easy thing for you to do. You're like, actually, I just run all of it through my Etsy shop now for tax purposes. Something like that. Or just so to help me stay organized because this mom life, I could not keep it myself. Something like that. People understand. People are really understanding. Yes. I love that you didn't do a 30-minute intro. Sorry. My blog has a better intro and a better exit conclusion. I talk about some better things in the blog because I can think more. Okay, good, because I missed the first 4 things. I'm sorry, Allie. I'm quick. Should Etsy owner have a logo and a banner? You should. Well, you should have a banner and a profile image. It just makes you look better. Makes you look more legit instead of just a crazy person like I was. Just crazy person crocheting every single thing that you would ask me to crochet. I will make it up and I will crochet it for you, which is fine. You could totally do that on Etsy too. Your branding would just be like, I crochet all the things. You could do that. You could get away with that. But making a banner is super simple on canva.com. Y'all write that down. I'm going to do blog posts. I've got such a big list of future blog posts that I'm going to do to try to help you guys because that is where my heart is. But Canva, C-A-N-V-A, is a user-friendly, free design program. And you can click, you can go through these templates that they have, and then you can click banners, and then they'll show you the, dimensions that the banner is. So you just look, Google, what's Etsy banner dimensions, and then you can type that into Canva, and then you know how much space you have, and you can design everything that you need right into Canva. It's pretty simple. And it doesn't have to be the best thing you've ever made at the beginning. Just something that says your name. I actually listened to a Merriweather podcast once, and she said to make sure you say a crafty concept on Etsy so people know you're not Etsy. Some people don't realize that. Some people think Etsy is one, they don't realize it's a whole bunch of tiny little businesses all mushed into one big thing. I thought that was some good advice, though. So a crafty concept on Etsy, like I am other places, but right now you're shopping on my Etsy portion of all my places. I thought that made a lot of sense. And you don't have to have a logo. You can have something else set up as your main picture. You could have your face if you wanted to. I think mine is my face. It's my same as my Instagram picture, but it was my logo for 2 years. I just changed it to my face back in February, I think. And I don't know, I think it's different too for what you sell. Sometimes, depending upon what you sell, you might want your logo to be seen more than your face. You might want people to recognize the logo more. You know what I'm saying? I think you do need a picture though. I wouldn't keep it blank. I don't think that would look very good. And the banner thing isn't 100% necessary, but it will make your shop look a million times better if somebody goes into your actual shop, your whole shop, not just one listing. If they're searching Etsy, they might click on one listing, but then they might be like, oh, what else does she got? And then click on a crafty concept and then see your shop as a whole. And if it gives them that wow factor, maybe they'll be more likely to buy something. But I will do posts on how to make your own Etsy banner. I'll try to do that soon. You can do Facebook banners. Anything you need is on Canva. Pinterest pictures, just social media, Square pictures, if you want to put words on one of your pictures or something. Canva is an awesome free tool. Definitely want to check that out. Chatting about making my post on Etsy more reachable. Okay, I recommend listening to everything the Merriweather Council has on that. She goes in detail in her podcast, and searching YouTube. Search YouTube for SEOs, Etsy SEOs. That stands for Search Engine Optimization. So Google is a search engine, Etsy is a search engine, because people type up in the search bar, messy bun beanie, and then Etsy does its magic and finds listings that most fit Messy Bun Beanie. So if you have Messy Bun Beanie in your title, Messy Bun Beanie a couple places in your description, Messy Bun Beanie in your key tags, keywords, then you're going to be more likely to show up when someone searches Messy Bun Beanie. I can't get into it in depth because I'm not super smart about it. I'm still learning myself, but I do know that you need your titles, your listing titles, to be searchable terms. So instead of just saying Claire Bun Beanie, I would say Messy Bun Beanie, beanie with a hole in it. Some people search that. Mom Bun Beanie, crochet Messy Bun Beanie, crochet Top Knot Beanie. Canadians call them toques, so sometimes I say that. You need to say things in your titles that people are actually going to search. Try to put your mind into somebody who does not crochet, but they like to buy things. What would they type, basically? And you can ask, there's Etsy Facebook groups that you can join, and those people can be really helpful. Ask your fellow Etsyans on the Instagram community, because the Instagram community is the best community of all the communities. And I'm sure there's lots of different... I'm doing it again. I'm just going to sit on my hands. I'm sure there's lots of different groups and such that you can get into that will help you. I know there's some people that sell in their Etsy shops. They sell I'll redo your whole listing for you, and they'll do your titles, your descriptions, and some of it's really affordable. You can do 3 listings for $15. And if you did that, then that'll just give you a good frame of reference to know how to make all of your other listings based off of those 3 that you had a professional do for you. That's an option too. I'm literally sitting on one hand instead of this one that I'm talking with. Should I increase my prices a bit? So, with the percentage thing, everybody's going to be different. I guess it depends on how big of a profit gap you had to begin with. For me, I did all of the math, I think. I don't know if I did it right. I think I did it right. And I think I'm going to be okay without needing to change the prices. Honestly, for me, the bigger hit was the up in yarn this year, the dollar up in yarn. So for us crocheters that use I love this yarn or I love this cotton, we kind of got hit twice. And actually, I think USPS prices went up this year too. So that's three smacks that we got all in the same year. So that's why another reason why it feels a little bit worse is because of the yarn cost. And I think that's what has affected my pricing more than the percentage has. Because when I added it up, it really wasn't that big of a deal for me. Everybody's going to be different. Also, if you're shipping heavy things, maybe that would be different. The good thing is, though, you don't have to pay, you're not going to be charged your fees until you get paid money for the product. So as long as you stay organized, you shouldn't ever owe more than you've made. That shouldn't be possible. For people who are wanting to start an Etsy shop that think they're going to not be able to afford it, you're going to get paid, and then you're going to need to pay the fees, with the money you just got paid. So that's something to remember too. But increasing your prices, that's up to you. That's up to the individual seller. Everybody's different. But I would definitely suggest breaking it down, on an Excel spreadsheet or something, if you know how to do that. I remember from high school. But I suggest breaking it down and seeing how much, if it's 15 cents and you're that's really not that big of a deal, might be worth looking into, just so you can get an actual number and it's not just a percentage. Hey Sissy, how do you manage having a successful Etsy shop and your family time? My husband is a superstar. He, during beanie season, it's insane. I crochet constantly. My goal was 5 beanies a day, and after I got my helpers, I had to not crochet as many beanies, and I had to do tags and shipping, and I had to cut out my wrap labels by hand, and it's a lot. But I would come, Gabe gets off work every day at 5, and then I would go directly in my craft room, and Gabe would put Ava to bed. I would already have dinner ready, or he would cook dinner, and I would come up here, and I would crochet during the day when Ava's playing or watching TV or something. I would sit there, and I can do Claire Bun beanies without even thinking, just because I've made so many of them. But it was hard during beanie season. Now is more blog centered, so I'm focusing on getting more patterns out, getting information out to you guys on my blog, free patterns. I really love giving you free patterns, stuff like that. So it's my downtime, I guess, and I get to do things that I really, really enjoy. But I have been making Claire Bun beanies slowly but surely, just because they're my relaxing thing whenever I need to just watch TV or chill, or if I'm at an event or something that I can be crocheting at. I do a lot of travel crochet. I do a Claire bun beanie, and that they're slowly starting to build up. I wish I had about 5 times this amount, but I'm trying to focus more on the blog. I really love the blog, and that's where my business is heading. Blog and YouTube maybe in the future. That's another idea. Lots of big plans for a crafty concept, so strap in and ride along with me because I'm excited. It is manageable. It is stressful during busy time, but it's manageable. And then you're making all that money because you're so busy, and you're like, it doesn't even matter. And your husbands are going to be like, girl, you go crochet, and I'll just watch that money roll in. Should I start with just a small amount of items? Now, I've seen that be like, I've seen people say different things, and I think it changes too, like based on like how Etsy changes. I've seen some people say you need to have like 100, you need to have 20. I would say just have a handful. Like, I think they're organized, let me see. I think they're organized based on 3 or 4 per column, like 1, 2, 3, 4 per row, I guess, not column. Let me go to my shop. Sorry, I got my computer right here recording this on my computer so I can maybe put it on YouTube if I don't do anything weird. Okay, yeah, so there's only 3. If you go to somebody's shops, there's 3 things in a column, and there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 24 listings to the first page. I think if you could get 24 listings just so your one page is filled up, that would be visually nice for your customer. Like, they'll think, oh, that's so nice. And then they won't have to click view more items, view more items, view more items, or anything like that. So I think 24 is a good number. Now, I have no statistics to back that up. I am not a professional, like, I'm not like an Etsy guru like the Merriweather Council is. She probably has an exact number for you guys, like scientific, and she has figured it out. But as a consumer, I think it looks nice to have a full page. So it's not like 2 little things or just 5 little things. And some people, like my hook makers that are watching this, they just only do so many at a time. And it doesn't affect their business at all because all of their traffic is coming from social media. And we know that they only do so many at a time. And we know that we got to be quick to snatch those hooks up before they go out of stock again because they can only make so many. Like, those things are so intricate. So their shops don't have as much listings on them, and they do really well just the same. So I guess everybody's different. Personally, I think it looks good to have 24 things just because your whole page is filled up. I would show you, but I'm afraid I might. Let's try. Can I turn this around? Yeah. So here's what my Etsy page looks like. I hope there's not any important information on here. This looks good to have one full page, I think. Again, just my opinion as a consumer, an Etsy shopper. Do you advertise on Instagram or Facebook? I do not. I've never paid for a promotion before. I have heard, now when I was at my craft conference, they did a class on how good the paid promotions were on Facebook. And it's very intricate, and I got super overwhelmed and about had to go breathe in a brown paper bag. But it is profitable. And since, like, where my shop, when all those people came from Facebook to buy beanies last year, obviously Facebook is a good place for me to sell messy bun beanies, and if I put more energy into that, I would probably do really well on promoted listings on Facebook. But it's complicated. It confuses the fire out of me, and if you do it wrong, you end up wasting money. So if you do want to do Facebook listings, I would research the fire out of it first, so you know it frontwards and backwards before you even start spending your money on that. Never done it for Instagram. I have not heard any good stories from people who have. Thank you. Oh yeah, she's gone now. She went downstairs. So the titles need to be easy to remember and more general to public. Yeah, so if you look at my titles, and I'm going to go to my, go to my main linen. Here we go. My main bestseller are my linen Claire bun beanies, and my title says messy bun beanie, comma, crochet messy bun beanie, comma, top knot beanie, comma, bun hat, comma, crochet bun hat, comma, ponytail beanie, comma, ponytail hat, comma, messy bun hat, comma, linen. And I only threw that linen there in the very end because I print them out in black and white, and I want to know what the color is, but she's the only model, that's the only hat that model's wearing, so I would know it was linen anyway. But all of those terms, messy bun beanie, comma, that's a searchable thing that people would look for on Etsy. Crochet messy bun beanie, that's something else that they would look for. Nobody's going to look for Claire bun beanie. Nobody's going to look for Claire bun beanie is a good example because that's like the name of the style, and people aren't going to know that. anything or just messy bun beanie, that's not going to give you very high. You need to use as many letters as you can. You get like 130 characters, I think. You need to use as many as you can. Kind of like hashtags. I like how calculated shipping is cheaper. I do too. That's another benefit of being on Etsy. You get a better deal for shipping labels. So, like, we get a slightly lower cost than USPS does. So that's a good thing too. I'll try to do a blog post about that. Please pay me first. I'm the same way with payments. I get so scared and anxious about asking for them up front. Yeah, I did too, and Etsy just took care of every bit of that because they had to pay them to even make the order. I like to know how you send them to Etsy through Instagram. I saw you got it linked. Okay, that is through Facebook. If you have a business Facebook and a business Instagram, you can. How much time do we have left? You can link them. I don't know how much time we have left. Oh, okay. Hopefully, I think you get a full hour now. Anyway, business Facebook, business Instagram linked together. Like when you go into your settings and you could post things to Facebook from Instagram, then you know that they're linked. And then you can go to and it has to be a business. Both of them have to be business accounts. Business Facebook, business Instagram. And then, okay, so there's a video in my Pinterest that I posted. I didn't make the video, but it's a good video that I followed. So if you go to my Pinterest account, link in bio, it's under the social media board. And there's only like 4 things in that board, and it's a video, and she tells you exactly how to do it, exactly how to link your products, like tag your products on Instagram. And I found, like, I heard that you couldn't tag digital products, and I did. I don't know if I did it right or wrong, but you can go to my digital product listings. I don't know. If you have trouble doing a digital product, message me and I will try to tell you what I did. And maybe I just did it weird and it happened to work. I don't know. I don't think I've gotten any sales from that yet though, but I have gotten a few clicks. That's always good. No, I'm serious about the intro. I want you to dive right into the 6 things. You're welcome. Canva.com, love, noted. Seriously, like after this video, go play on Canva.com. As soon as I found out the other day that they have the template section, I didn't even know that. I've been using Canva.com for 2 years, and I didn't even know it had the template section, and my mind was blown, and I was telling Taylor all about it. I was like, they have a template section? She was like, girl, I didn't know they had a template section. More hearts for Canva. We love Canva. It is super helpful. You are super mama. Oh, please save this video. I will, Sabine. I forgot you were on. Will this be on again? I will save it for 24 hours. All of the information will be in tomorrow's blog post. And I will maybe put it on YouTube if I don't look like a crazy person. You are precious. Thank you. How long do you think messy bun beanies will be on trend? Listen, I'm going to ride this wave as long as I can. Like, I might do just patterns and blogging all year long, and then during beanie season, sell messy bun beanies all year long. And I will do it until they're not cool anymore. Now, I feel like they're going to be cool for a long time. Not just because, like, they look cool, but they're super functional. Because I like, dry shampooed the fire out of my hair for this video. Because I looked weird in the top knot today. I don't know. Maybe it's because I put my makeup on, like, 7 o'clock this morning. But, it's just functional, practical to have a messy bun beanie. And beanies have been around for a really long time. Like, without the holes. I feel like it's just another way to wear a beanie. I don't know. We could have them for like 10 years, which would be sweet for a crafty concept. I will sell them. I will sell them every year. That is my bread and butter. Thank you. I'm going to have to watch this again tonight and take notes. I love how even though you sell, you're also willing to help everyone. I love helping other people in their businesses. Like, I want all of us to succeed. And I think the more that we help each other, the more that's going to happen. And I also like if I get someone messaging me, asking me if I will make them something that I don't make, I will be like, let me find you somebody that does make it. And I will come on my Instagram and be like, is anybody making these jellyfish right now? Because somebody's asking me for jellyfish and I don't make them. And I'm going to send them to someone who does make them. I think it's just important. I think it's important for us to help each other. They're not great sellers for me at vendor fairs. The messy bun, and maybe it's your display, do you think? I actually, designed something for my displays, and I think they turned out really well. But something else I was thinking too, you should wear one. I don't know if you wear a messy bun beanie when you're at your vendor fairs, but I did one craft fair last year. It's the only one I've ever done. in a really long time. It's the only one I've done since I've been like on Etsy. But it was 85 degrees in September in Kentucky, and I had on a messy bun beanie, and I sold it right off my head because it was the last linen, and she bought the sweaty linen beanie right off my head. Like, people don't really know what they are, even on my displays that I have. They don't understand. And they're like, oh, it has a hole in it. Like, they think it's so cool once they figure out what it is. So, I would recommend wearing one, even though you're going to be hot. And that's also another attention grabber. People are going to look in your booth, and they're going to see you wearing a beanie in 85 degree weather, and they're going to think, like, they're going to talk to you about it. Even if they're like, hey, you're crazy, be like, I know, come buy a beanie. Everybody's doing it. Like, something like that. You never know. Also, make sure your display, I feel like as a consumer, and everybody is different because it's based on your personality, but I'm so afraid I'm going to run out of time. As a consumer, I like organization. I don't like for it to be messy. So maybe if your booth looks like you just like kind of piled up your beanies or something and made them maybe spread them out, set them out so you can see what they are. Maybe try putting them on a mannequin, definitely wearing one, stuff like that. Maybe that would help. Message me later if you want to talk more about it. I'll try to give you any advice, even though I'm not super good at craft fairs. I'm working on it. Winter will be here before you know it. I know, it is coming. Winter is coming. I'm excited. My math seemed good. Thanks, Taylor. Taylor be checking my math for me. I did not know prices went up in yarn. Yeah, I love this yarn. Went from $3.99 to $4.99. Both solid and variegated skeins, which is not fun. But they do 30% off now of all the yarn. That was something new, and I appreciate it. But I still go in with me, my husband, and my daughter and do one coupon per person and still get them 40% off. But you gotta take cash because they won't let you use the same credit card over and over again. So you don't pay Etsy monthly payout per sale. What you pay Etsy for, you pay your 20-cent listing fee, your processing fee, which is now 5%. That's the thing that went up. And then you pay a transaction fee, which is 3.5% plus 25 cents. And that's like the credit card fee for Etsy to run your credit cards. So those are the three fees. The listing, 20 cents a listing, 5 cents processing fee. And that 5 cents processing fee is what you pay to like get the benefits of being on Etsy. Well, the 6 benefits that I talked about at the beginning of the video. That's where that 5%, like that's what you're paying it for, is to be an Etsy seller. What if I offer free shipping? Does Etsy still take the percentage from what it, nope. If you offered free shipping, and I guess, are you still going to make print your shipping labels through Etsy? So I guess you would, if you offered free shipping, then my guess is you're probably tying the shipping total into your price of your beanies or whatever. I just use beanies as an example. So say I sold my beanies for $30 instead of $35, I'm still going to pay 5% on that full $30 instead of $25 plus shipping. So I think it's still going to be 5% even if you do free shipping, because then you're going to be eating that shipping cost in the cost of your product that you're still paying the 5% on. I really don't think there's any way around it other than digital items like crochet patterns. But then you're selling a $5 thing and you still have that 20-cent listing, and 20 cents is a higher percentage on a $5 thing than it is on a $25 thing. Sorry, my nose is like, I have air stuck between my nose and my throat, like an air bubble. So I'm like trying not to make weird sounds. What's your best seller? Linen Claire Bun beanies are my best seller, and the Claire Bun beanie pattern is my second best seller. And then Biddy Boho bag pattern probably is a good seller. I'm excited about YouTube, y'all. It's coming. I just got to get some equipment. Like, Taylor has a really cool, like, PVC pipe camera video holder. I'm going to make me one. I was going to do it this week. I said if I make this much on Etsy this week, I'm going to go buy all my PVC pipe pieces. But I don't know if I will. I need the monies. I'm curious as well about what Etsy does if you offer free shipping. Okay, hopefully I covered that. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. But if you are looping it into your product price, then yeah, you're still going to pay the 5%, because that's kind of like it's 5% product price, 5% listing. So it costs me $29.30 for someone to buy and get shipped a Claire Bun beanie in America. $29.30. I pay 5% on all of that, on that as a total. The $25 and then the $4.30 for shipping. I pay 5% for all of that. If I just charged $30 instead and offered free shipping, I would still pay 5% on the $30. You can just put that many descriptions in it. Yeah, you have 130 characters for your titles, and then I think your description is as long as you want it to be, like your actual description. Business Facebook, and it just confused me with all stuff. Check YouTube. I check YouTube for life. I checked YouTube to figure out how to blow up my daughter's inflatable pool the other day. If you have a question about something, search it on YouTube. How to start up a Facebook business page. And there will be videos where people have video of their screen and they show you exactly step by step how to do it. Holy yarn. Awesome, thank you. Canva is the best. So a Facebook page or a Facebook business account. A Facebook business account is what you need to link your products to Instagram. Again, check that video that's in my Pinterest because she does a very good job at explaining it. I have the page, a business page. I think if you have a business page, like that's what you would need is a business page. I wish the rates for priority shipping were better so you can use those boxes. Yeah, that is very expensive. Unless you have a heavy thing, that's usually not worth it, especially for little tiny 4-ounce Claire Bun beanies. I just use plain old poly mailers to ship those out. And I do have a blog post on, thank you, Sissy. I do have a blog post on how to ship from PayPal, and that kind of goes over some of the shipping things that I buy, like my poly mailers and stuff. I have a shop on a My Favorite Things tab on my blog that shows you like all of my Amazon purchases that I make, so you guys could buy those too if you want it. That's part of the affiliate program though, so I think I might make some money off that. I'm not 100% sure. Any recommendations for purchasing boxes or envelopes? There is a Etsy shop called The Shipping Guru. Sometimes I get my stuff from there. Sometimes I get them from Amazon. I have an Amazon Prime account, so I'm all about that free shipping. That always just makes me feel better if I get free shipping. And I think you can get them at Office Depot and stuff like that, but they're probably more expensive. So check The Shipping Guru on Etsy and then Amazon. Just search for poly mailers. That's what those like leathery fill-in things that are self-sealing poly mailers. That's what you need. Adobe Spark is another good resource for making graphics. Good to know. Hello. I agree. You're being so successful with other successful influencers and helping us and makers helping us out with shout outs is the best. Yeah, it does. Whenever somebody that has a higher following does a shout out, it usually helps everybody involved. I never knew she did buy my sweaty beanie right off my head. 85 degrees, Claire Bun beanie on my head. It was the last linen, so she bought it. I was like, yeah, I'll sell it to you. Full price. It was full price. I was like, I'll sell it to you if you want me to. I offered to make her a new one and like ship it or whatever because I'm not about to meet a bunch of strangers all over Madison County. But she just wanted that one. I was like, you can have it, sister. $25. If you run out of time, start a second life. I might do it. Hang them from rope from a clothespin. That's a good idea. You could do that. I'm always hesitant to start one when it comes to shipping. Like, I don't know how I'd even calculate. So Etsy calculates shipping for you if you choose that option, and it's super handy. And I was just telling Taylor about it last night. I'm going to do a blog post showing y'all how to ship calculated shipping through Etsy. What you do, so when I list a Claire Bun beanie, I have a shipping profile set up that tells me, okay, it's going to take me 3 to 5 days to make it, and it's 4 ounces, and this is how big my poly mailer is. And then everything that I make, all of the Claire Bun beanies that I list, or Kate Bun beanies or Juliet Bun beanies, when I list them, if they're all that same weight and they're all going in the same packages, I just put them in that same shipping profile. And then when I go to print my shipping labels, all that information, like the weight and stuff, is already filled in. The customer's address is already filled in. You just click, yes, I'm ready to print this, and then I want to ship it tomorrow, and then you print it. I use my Dymo label printer, but you can totally use a paper printer too, and like cut and tape them. That's what I used to do. I used to tape all of my labels. Amazon sells some awesome realistic mannequin heads people use for hairstyling, Taylor says. Oh girl, I will wear beanies year round, especially when I haven't showered in days. That's me. I need to be wearing a beanie right now. I literally dry shampooed. Y'all, I don't know how to use dry shampoo, and I had all these white streaks in my hair, and I was like, I look like Cruella de Vil. I was like, what? Please let those white streaks, I'm going to have to take a shower if those white streaks don't go away. Luckily, I like smudged them in. I don't know. Math is yucky. It is hard. Do you have weekly or monthly goals of how much you want to earn? I'd really like to earn during my downtime is $1,000 a month in pattern sales, basically. That would be ideal. I don't make any money off my blog yet. I am an Amazon affiliate and a Hobby Lobby affiliate. I've made $10 whole from Amazon affiliates, and I'm pretty sure I haven't made anything from Hobby Lobby yet. I haven't checked today, but I'll check. But that's my goal. If I can make 10,000, geez, wouldn't that be great? $1,000 a month during not beanie season. During beanie season, I am so busy I can't even estimate. Like, I can't even wish. I'm just like, I just need to get through beanie season. Hopefully I do really well this year too. Hopefully, like, more people are buying beanies and everybody does well. Like, I want everybody to do well. Missed most of your live. It will be available to rewatch, and it's on my blog, and I might post the video to YouTube. What is your favorite type of yarn? I love this yarn. That is my go-to. That is like, I'm so embarrassed at how little I know about yarn because all I use is I love this yarn. All of my wall is I love this yarn. It is my favorite. It is squishy. It is big. It is 7-ounce skeins for what was $3.99. Now it's $4.99, but you can get 30% off. This is my go-to yarn. Hi. I have beautiful soon, but I wanted to see your beautiful face. Thank you. The dry shampoo, it was the worst. Have a good day. How did you become an affiliate? I applied. Google it. Amazon affiliate, and then go apply. Amazon was super simple. Hobby Lobby was kind of confusing, and I honestly can't even tell you what I did because I was just winging it. But try to YouTube it. Try to YouTube everything that you need to know, and usually there's videos where people can show you what they did step by step on their computer screens, and that's very helpful. I did get rejected from a couple, but that's because my blog is just a little baby blog. Like, I need to get more posts out and more traffic and stuff, which I will. It's my passion. Like, my blog is my baby. Do they know? Girl, they know Ava's name at Hobby Lobby. And they don't like me very much because I use my toddler as a coupon. But yeah, I'll walk in, they'll be like, hey, how's Ava? I'm like, she's fine, thanks. Every week. Oh, that's me. I love this yarn and Karen Simply Soft. That's about it. Hi, sweetie. Hey, Faith. You have to brush your hair once you put... I did. I brushed the fire out of it, and I was like rubbing it with my fingers, trying to get it to rub in. Have a good night. I catch the replay. See ya. I just got back from Hobby Lobby. Ooh, good job. I bought all of the clearance yarn at my Hobby Lobby. I bought literally almost all of it. There was like 10 skeins left. I almost did get my blow dryer out. Now, it's funny because I just got a new blow dryer yesterday because I used my old blow dryer to blow up Ava's baby pool. And the thing blew up on me. It worked last year. You cut a water bottle and you put it on the blow dryer and you stick it in the pool hole and you blow up your pool on cool. You use the cool setting. This year my blow dryer gave out on me, so we had to go buy a new one. I love this cotton. Yes, I do love. That would be in this cubby hole. You can't see it. It's right next to the green. Let's just shoop. That's I love this cotton. And then I have that huge bag over there in the floor of all my clearance I love this cotton. And then I have a tote over here of all my balls of I love this cotton. Someone's kid for a discount. You do. Like when somebody has 5 kids, I'm like, oh, you get 5 coupons at Hobby Lobby. That's awesome. I have taken my in-laws before. So sister-in-law, brother-in-law, their 3 kids, and I give them all. It used to be $2.53 for a skein of yarn after tax, so I'd give them all $2.53, and we would line up. And that's probably why Hobby Lobby doesn't like me very much. My specific not Hobby Lobby in general. I have 2. We can each get 1 Taylor. Also, they sell dry shampoo for people with dark. Yeah, I literally saw it in the checkout line at TJ Maxx. Somebody had just stuck it there, and I was like, everybody's talking about dry shampoo. I'll try it. My hair was white, streaks of white. My other worry is that I make things, beanies and levies and whatnot, and I always think nobody wants to buy my things, but I want to sell them and make money. I'm my own worst enemy. Yeah, you just have to have faith in yourself, faith in your products, and you have to market them like you think these are the best things on the planet. And then that's going to show through to your customers. Like when you list your things and you talk about them in your description, if you're not sure, I recommend just go to my Etsy shop and browse around and see like how I word my descriptions, and go to some Etsy shops of other people that you like or that you think do really well. See how they've listed and word things. You should be very confident, not overconfident where you sound like a butthole, but be confident in yourself, confident in your products, and then that's going to portray to your customers too, and then they're going to be like, that's a really good levy, I'm going to buy that, and I'm going to love it. You guys are silly about the kids. Wait, how do you get a coupon for your kid? It's Hobby Lobby is one coupon per person per day, and she is a person. So I hold my phone up, and she hands them the money because they're very adamant that my toddler physically hands them the money. They're lucky I didn't try to do this when she was in my belly, still being a person. One coupon per person per day. That's what the rules say. So they might change it one day to household, but for now, one coupon per person per day. You cannot use the same credit card for every person because they'll be like, sorry, you've already used this card. So you need to take cash or multiple credit cards, which I take multiple credit cards. The algorithm killed me for Facebook. I have over 10,000 followers. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of followers for Facebook. I have like maybe 1,200, and most of them are from beanie season. So most of them like to buy beanies. And my business is going more towards selling patterns and blogging about patterns and design and business and stuff like that. I really am doing a pitiful job at Facebook. It's not good. I do the same thing at Michael's. Michael's are so much, they're always super chill. They're like, yeah, I'll give you 3 coupons. At least mine is. They don't like me either. Do you try to wear your stuff out and get asked who made it? All the time. I take my crochet on tote bags. I wear my beanies, especially during beanie season, especially when I go to Hobby Lobby, because there's a bunch of creatives there that might be like, oh, I love your beanie. And I'll be like, thanks, I sell the pattern. Because they're probably, every time I see somebody at Yarn, I'm like, what you making? I always get real excited when I see other yarn people shopping at Hobby Lobby. But, yeah, I always wear my stuff, as much as possible. Fantasy or Fantasyland. I love this cotton for a baby blanket. The lady loved it. She was surprised at how heavy it was heavy, and yeah, it's called Fantasy. It's a pretty color. My bun beanie went viral one winter. It was amazing. Woo, that's so good. I'm so glad to hear that. That's why I like Joann's more. 1 coupon per item. Whew, that's awesome. I don't have a Joann's. There's one that's like the next town over, which is like 45-minute drive. It's Lexington is what it's called. It's a big city. But it is in the worst part of town. It takes you an hour and a half to get there because of traffic and stoplights. And the last time I went to go get the pound yarn because I was going to help my friend make elephant rugs because her elephant rug went viral and I was going to make it help her. It ended up not happening. But I went to get the yarn, didn't have all the color that I needed. I got like 3 and I needed 6 or something. It was awful. I will not go back. I will not. Unless someone takes me in a helicopter, I will not go back to that Joann's because it was horrible to get there. I am in Kentucky. Do you love Louisville the place or Louisville the basketball team? That's an important thing to differentiate. I'm all caught up, y'all. If we don't have any more questions, we're going to call it a day. I don't even know how much time it's been. 57 minutes. We got like 3 minutes left. I'm going to take a drink of water. Louisville the place or the basketball? I'm curious. Oh, the place. That's cool because, Lexington is the best basketball place. Sounds like my life. Every Joann's, Michael's, and Hobby Lobby is an hour and a half away. Hobby Lobby and Michael's are like 15, 20 minutes away. I can go there all day long. Gotta watch the replay. Yeah, girl, go watch it. And it'll be in my blog tomorrow. Oh, a minute and 58 remaining. The city there's a lot of stuff to do at the city. I got to go to a Ed Sheeran concert a couple months ago. Oh, so awesome. He's just the best. Okay, are we done? A minute 43. Any more questions about why you should sell on Etsy versus not selling like just on Facebook or not Pinterest? That'd be cool if you could sell on Pinterest. Okay. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for joining me. Check out my blog post soon. If you are subscribed, you will get an email when it's live. If you are not subscribed, I will post it in my stories. Also, today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday, then it's Wrap Label Wednesday, so we'll be sending all that stuff out. Still not seeing questions. Oh, Taylor, you're too lucky. Okay. Happy crocheting, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for joining me. I love doing lives. Maybe I'll do more eventually. I'd like to start doing one called Ask Ashley. Maybe like once a month. I think that would be fun. So message me if you think that would be fun. Message me if you have any questions about today's live or need like references to certain things like Canva or something, and I'll try to point you in the right direction. Have a good night. Bye.